Hello, welcome to this beautiful rainy reindeer Monday. It's early in the morning and we're about to give you a recap of what we did in the last few weeks. So what's happening? A few weeks ago we finished the first minute of the film, which was really cool to see everything kind of as a cohesive piece with animation, rendering, music, temp sound and all that stuff. We posted it on the cloud for Blender Cloud subscribers and we got some really amazing feedback from all of you guys, so thank you very much. We're looking at everything basically, so there's no bad feedback really, and so we had some great things that people pointed out, some flaws in the animation and all that kind of stuff. So super helpful. Well, we're just plowing through the animation schedule right now, and for me that really means just making sure that whatever the animators do gets rendered, which is just not one task in itself, because there's like all kinds of things, so shot assembly, lighting, prop making and all that kind of stuff. So I just try to do everything that no one else has time for. On the other hand, you might have also remembered from a couple of months ago there was this this test that I did that I put on the cloud, which was this hair simulation thing, which is kind of like another approach at overlapping action simulation in Blender as part of the animation process. So this month I finally managed to implement it in Spring's rig. I did my first little test of can I throw this together as a little script? Can I automate it so the animator can just press one single button at the end of the animation process and just get the cloth simulated hair dynamics baked into the rig. And that kind of works right now, so this week I decided to take a little step back, analyze the whole process and make a tutorial about it, which was super helpful also for me to figure out what to improve and so on. So it's going to be a 45-ish minute tutorial on the cloud, being split into two halves. First half just recaps of how it's done in the whole process as part of our pipeline, and then the second half is just how you can kind of repeat this on your own setup. So very simple example. I looked at some of the shots in the beginning and I really tried to finesse them. So one thing that we always looked at when Autumn, the little dog, is running around in the field on the mountain slope, that we always wanted to add some more pebble dynamics on the floor, and we've been always joking about it. Yeah, the simulation department is going to take care of it in a couple of months. So I just try to actually sit down and do it. So I did a few runs with rigid body simulation. Some were really promising, others were not. So we got pebbles flying around everywhere, and there's just a lot of trial and error involved in that to get the right kind of dynamics going. That's what I did. I did some prop modeling for branches that will be eaten by dogs later on. Then furthermore, clouds. Clouds are taking several shapes. So there's simulated clouds, probably. There's background clouds, there's moving clouds, there's part of the, there's a whole, all these kind of different layers of atmospherics that are going into the film. In the shots in the beginning of the film, we have a lot of these clouds that just hang around in the background that are subtly moving. I took some various approaches in the last couple of months to boil it down to the right one. I ended up with some method that works for now, which is based on procedurally shading volumes, so you can just sculpt the clouds one by one using these spheres. That's kind of working right now in the shots, and it looks sort of decent. It's the best alternative we have to smoke simulating the whole thing. So hey, I decided that's some very cool content, and I did another tutorial round on just how to build this volumetric effect, this procedural volumetric effect on a simple cube object. Hopefully it's going to be really simple to replicate, and I'm going through all the thinking, the processes behind it, why it was done this way, what could be done better, and that kind of stuff. So that is also roughly 40 minutes, and that's also going to be on the cloud exclusively for you to watch and enjoy. And that's pretty much it.
The past few weeks, and now still the alpha creature, because we are dangerously getting close to the 2-minute mark where the alpha is getting introduced, and it would be nice to have it more defined and finally textured. So that's the thing I was working on the past weeks, and I'm working on a tutorial / breakdown walkthrough video on how I textured it in 2.8 EV. Originally I planned to make it like multiple parts, completely dissect the design, the modeling process, and then the texturing and materials of the alpha. But since the alpha is still kind of work in progress there's still some stuff to be done, and there's going to be tweaks and fixes and improvements, I thought it would be good to keep it a bit more focused, and I will mainly talk about the texturing process and the materials, with just a bit of the sculpting process and the design sprinkled in just as context and how it was created. But it's mainly just to show off the texturing in the new material view.
We are animating the second sequence of the movie. Is when spring comes in the valley, in the frozen valley, and yeah, we did. I start to do the two animation at the beginning with the dog, and I finished them. So I just moved to the second part of the dog running to the pillar, because the two animation, the two shots has record between them. Then we have to we decide to do them at the same time. So basically I will block all the two shots, and later I will go back and I will make all the splining and refining of one of them, and later the refining and splining for the other one.
Right now, so there's the sequence of the girl coming down and like going up against the pillar, and then she has like a little character defining moment with her staff, and she, works up the courage to go smack the pillar. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now, trying to figure out how that works and what is he going through, and all the different acting beats up until that moment. So as I was doing the reference, it's really hard to notice when you're going over the reference, when you have something that is a solid color, so a prop that's a solid color, and if you know that the hand is going to be slipping a lot, it's very helpful to put some indicators there. So I put some pieces of tape on the staff. It helped tremendously. And then when I'm animating her, I actually do something similar. So I just added little cylinders here and there of different colors, just as little indicators of where and when the hand is going to be slipping here and there. It's also just nice because then you can kind of figure out where's the hand supposed to be resting, because sometimes you, like in this case, there's a lot of constraining going on back and forth, like which hand is actually holding the staff, and then that way the other one can just kind of go to its place, and you can figure out, oh yeah, it's always kind of touching this green thing here, and then you kind of eyeball it there and it's fine.
Almost 1 year ago we started production on this film, early production on this film, and I'm amazed really how far we've gotten, because we're not finished. We have a lot of stuff to do. It's so great that you follow us so we can share this whole process, and it's really this great, amazing ride into the unknown. If you want to know more about the process and our incredible journey through this movie making madness, make sure you follow us along, and thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you soon.
Can you say bye?
Goodbye.